career opportunities after completion of BTech in electrical and electronics engineering. So without any further delay, we'll start the session. Okay. So coming to the contents in the today's session, which we are going to discuss. The first one is the need and importance of an electrical engineer, and what is actually the eligibility criteria of electrical and electronics engineering BTech course, and what are the skills we require to be developed during the course, and what are the different career opportunities we have after the completion of BTech EEE course, and how the Guru Nanak institutions actually guides the students for their better career. Okay, let us start with the first one, that is the need and importance of an electrical engineer. So I think coming to the need, that is how the electricity is being a part in our human life, because it is a very, very important thing, because every human being is not going to be withstand or sustain without having the electricity in their home. That is, you could not able to charge your mobile, you could not able to charge your laptop, you could not able to use any electrical accessory or home accessory in your home without having electricity. For example, if you want to use any electronic accessory also, you are going to use only for a few hours only. After the few hours, for example, if I am taking my laptop, I could able to charge my laptop at least for 2 to 3 hours. But after completion of the battery get down in my laptop, still I need an electricity to charge my laptop, either my mobile. So that means electricity is going to play a very, very prominent role in our human life. So for that reason, electrical engineering is very, very important branch in engineering. So what is actual? For example, if there is no electrical engineer, so what happens? There will be no electricity. If there is no electricity, then complete our home and complete India and complete country, all the countries will be in dark. So that indicates that we require an electricity. Without electricity, it is not possible to run our life. So coming to the discussion, that is actually the need. The need is we require an electricity. The importance of an electrical engineer is which he could able to transmit. That is, he could able to make the power to be get generated at the generating stations. He could able to make the power to be get transmitted at the transmission stations. He could able to make, the electrical engineer can able to make the power which it is getting transmitted at the transmission stations will make it to distribute to the distribution terminals in your home. So that means it is a very, very important. It is a very, very important engineering. That is, electrical and electronics engineering is a very, very important engineering branch. So which it is an evergreen branch. So just like civil engineering as well as mechanical engineering, electrical and electronics engineering is a evergreen branch. Okay. And coming to the jobs, because as we are, the today's session is regarding about the what are the career opportunities after completion of BTech. So India contains, that is 30% of the government jobs are nothing but an electrical engineering sector only. For example, in India, if we are taking it 1 lakh jobs, so nearly 30,000 of jobs are nothing but an electrical engineers only. That is, that much importance is there for electrical engineers. So, and we have so many number of advantages in electrical engineering. Okay, the main advantage, if you compare with other branches, electrical engineering will have so many number of advantages compared to the disadvantages. So coming to the advantages, a EEE, for example, if any BTech graduate has completed their electrical and electronics engineering, he could able to do the job in his core set. He can also do the job in any other department, in any other branch. For example, he could also able to do the job in computer engineering, working as a software engineer. He could also do the job in EC. He could also do the job in instrumentation engineering, control engineering, VLSI. That means there is no limit for an electrical engineering. Only one branch, that is the electrical and electronics engineering branch, can able to do. That is, the job profile is going to match in every branch. That is either a software engineering or either a control system engineering or either any engineering. It depends upon the robotics. It depends upon the mechanical engineering. So see, if you see, any other branch will not have the chance. Only the EEE electrical and electronics engineering branch only have that main advantage. So that if he is completing his EEE, he could able to that is search for the job, either a software engineer or either a core engineer, depending upon his interest. So, but whereas some branches will have only their core side, but they could not able to shift to other software side. So that is the main advantage in AAA. Okay, this is actually the important need and importance of an electrical engineer. So coming to the eligibility criteria of EEE, as we already know, we have two entries. One is a regular entry and lateral entry. So actually this part is not about in the discussion, but anyway, we are discussing about the EEE course. So we should also discuss about the eligibility criteria. So for your better knowledge. So usually we have two entries. One is a regular entry, another one is a lateral entry. So regular entry is nothing but who have completed their inter in the which in the background of mathematical subjects, nothing but 12th standard, and which he should need to complete his inter at least 50% aggregate. And coming to the lateral, diploma students, that is who have completed their polytechnic in this background of electrical, can also able to do this BTech EEE course. Okay, so but you are the students of inter, so mainly you are going to do this regular entry. If you have if any other student having polytechnic, they are going to do this lateral entry. Okay, coming to this EEE course. EEE course is a 4-year course. Especially who are coming from the inter, there is actually 4-year course. Who are coming from the diploma, they are going to have the 3-year course. So most of the participants will be the inter only. So for that reason, it is a 4-year course. So which they need to complete the 8 semesters. If they are successfully completing the 8 semesters, then they are going to receive the professional bachelor degree in electrical and electronics engineering. So this is actually the eligibility criteria of EEE. Coming to the skills to be developed during the course. Actually, as per our discussion, we need to discuss about the BTech, completion of BTech EEE. So what are the career opportunities? But before going to discuss about after, we should also discuss about during the course, because during the course is also very, very important. Whatever if you have not attained or if you have not gained any skills during the course, after completion of the course, that skills is, if you want to gain that skills after the completion of the course, that will be a very difficult and that will be a time waste also. So for that reason, what you need to do is you need to learn also the few skills during the course. That is, other than academics also, you need to learn these skills. These skills may be your certification courses. These skills may be, we are going to call it as a diploma courses, additional programs also we could able to call. But these skills you need to learn. So the first one is the PLC. So PLC is a programmable logic controller. So which we can able to control an industrial motor. Usually we are going to use this PLC in industries, especially to control the devices or to control the motors or to control the generators. Any electrical device or electrical machine, if you want to control, we are going to use this PLC. Okay, this indicates a programmable logic controller. Okay, this is one program, that is one certification program, PLC, which you need to complete during the course. And the next one is the SCADA. So the SCADA is the supervisory control and data acquisition. This SCADA is to monitor the generation, transmission, and distribution lines, and also to know how much power is generating, how much power loss is going to take place, which it is going to discuss, or they are going to calculate in the load dispatch centers. If you see the right-hand side image, the second image, this is nothing but one load dispatch center. So this is a load dispatch center where they are going to monitor the power from the generation to the distribution, how much power loss is going to take place. Okay, if they want to switch on or if they want to switch off the transmission or distribution line, that can be able to do by using the load dispatch centers, by using SCADA. Okay, so this is another certification course or skill you need to require. So why we are discussing these skills means, if you have this that is extra knowledge, that is additional skills or additional knowledge, then any industry, if you are choosing the private industry, if you are trying to get the job in the private industry, then these certification courses will be always helpful for you for the better output. Or okay, now coming to the next one. So what is another course that is called as an embedded systems? Embedded systems is also another skill which you need to develop during the course. So wherever you're going in the BTech course, you're going to do the mini projects as well as the major projects as a part of your curriculum or syllabus. So at that time, you can also able to choose this embedded system so that you're going to learn this skill. So this is also a computer system, but which it is related to the electrical system. So embedded system, which you can able to monitor or which you can able to control any electrical device. Okay, which you are going to see at the right hand side, I can able to control this all 4 lamps by using this device. So which we are going to call it as an embedded systems. Okay. So and nowadays, usually, if you are seeing any smart homes or anything, that is most probably using this embedded systems knowledge only. Now coming to the next one called as a MATLAB. So this is nothing but electrical software. So you should also have some software knowledge, because if you don't have the software knowledge, if you have some idea and if you want to develop that idea, you could not able to make a direct step to the hardware. You need to first simulate that one using the MATLAB or any electrical software. I'm not saying only the MATLAB. We have so many number of electrical softwares, but the mostly used open access to software is this MATLAB. So where you can able to do some simulation, and if your idea is working in the simulation, nothing but an electrical software, then you can able to turn that into a hardware. Or if you are getting any errors in that electrical software, which you can able to modify or correct that errors, and you can able to apply the same thing in the hardware. Okay. So the right hand side, the image which it is going to show you the electrical software on. Okay. So where you can able to see the electrical input, electrical output, at which point if you want to see the output, you can able to see here. So this is MATLAB, which we are going to call it as a matrix laboratory. For every year, the software is going to get updated. Now the next one is electrical CAD. So which we are also going to call it as an AutoCAD. So electrical CAD. CAD indicates nothing but computer aided design. If you want to make an electrical draft, if you want to draw a transmission lines, if you want to draw from generation to the distribution lines, if you want to draw the installation or estimation for a home or any construction, you are going to do this one in electrical CAD. Okay, so that is the advantage. So these are just now we have discussed only the 5 skills, that is PLC, SCADA, embedded systems, MATLAB, and electrical CAD. Not only these 5 important, these are the 5 topmost important skills which you need to learn during the course. But not only these 5, we also have so many number of electrical softwares. We also have so many number of computer aided designs. So after completion of this one, you could, if you have still time, you can also learn that one, because how much certificates or how much knowledge you are gaining or how much you are learning from the electrical softwares or this embedded systems or this PLC or SCADA, that much benefits you will get while facing the interviews. Okay, so that is the main benefits about these skills. Okay, about these programs during the course. So you need to complete this one during the course only, because after completion of the course, that will, as my opinion, that will be a time-waste process, because after completion of the course, you may be so much interested to search for a job, you may be so much interested to for higher education. Okay, so at that time you could not able to waste that. So for that reason, other than the academics, because anyway you're during the course you're going to learn about the syllabus, that is subjects or anything other than those academics, you will also have some time. So use that time and try to gain this knowledge, try to gain these certificates. So many number of certificates are also there, certification programs also there. Those are online programs or in other programs. You can also do that one. Okay. Now coming to the next one, skills to be developed during the course is completed. Now let us discuss about the main important topic, that is about what are the different ways or different opportunities we have after completion of BTech EEE course. So what are the different opportunities we have? So if I am at this at the Y junction, for example, so I have so many number of paths. That is, I could able depending upon my interest and depending upon my situation, so I can able to choose higher education. I can also able to choose either preparation of a central or state government job. I should also prepare. I should also prepare for interviews or the process of interviewing in private sector job, or I can also make one startup, or I can also be an entrepreneur, or I can able to start my own company. So these are the 4 options, 4 main options. So you can, I'm repeating again, the first one is a higher education, second one state or central government job, private sector job, or entrepreneur. So these are the 4 different opportunities you have after successful completion of your BTech EEE. So first of all, we'll try to discuss about the higher education. Yes. So coming to the higher education, in higher education also you have 3 different steps. The first step is, if you want to do the higher education related to engineering, if you want to do higher education related to business, nothing but an MBA, or if you have interest in research, you can also do a research. So these are the three important steps in higher education. If you are picking the first step, that is, if you are choosing the higher education as your the next step, then you should also choose any one of these three steps. Either you're going to choose the engineering, or either you're going to choose MBA, either you're going to choose research. For example, if you're choosing engineering, then you should also know what are actually the entrance tests they are going to conduct. In state-wise, they are going to conduct PGs. If higher education, in case of engineering, is nothing but an MTech. For example, if you're completing the entrance examinations in state and national level, then we are going to call it as an MTech or ME, depending on the type of the university you got admitted. And this is actually international. Let us discuss first of all state. This is actually PG set. Okay, this is one entrance examination in state level. Okay, this doesn't contain any negative marking, but it will not give us any scholarship. There will be a scholarship called as MHRD scholarship. You are not going to gain any MHRD scholarship if you are getting admission into MTech through PGs. Okay. Next one is GATE. So this is called as a graduate aptitude test in engineering. This is actually national wise and it contains with a negative marking. So you will get if you have qualified in GATE, because every year, depending on the number of students attending the GATE exam, the qualifying mark will be different. So for that reason, so if you have qualified the GATE, then you will get a MHRD scholarship. So that scholarship will be above 10,000 rupees. So every month you are going to get. So if you have admitted, that is, if you can able to get the admissions in IITs, NITs, and reputed universities only by using GATE. Okay, if you want to do masters, if you want to do MTech in IITs or NITs or reputed universities, means you have only one way, that is GATE. You need to qualify for the GATE. Not only just qualification will not get you'll not get seat in IITs or NITs. Your GATE score should be so much of high. Okay, it should be around, depending on the number of students, but it should be more than 700 out of 1000. So score will be always calculated out of 1000. So it should be normally more than 700. If it is more than 700, then you are going to get seat either in IITs, Indian Institute of Technology, or either in NITs, National Institutes. So, and also some reputed universities. But whereas in a PG set, state level, you will get the admission into MTech only universities and private aided colleges. Okay. So that is actually the benefit of of qualifying the GATE. And in any, if you are attempting anything, the GATE score is going to play a very prominent role, either in interviews also. Okay, let us discuss that one in the jobs section. Okay, this will give you an MTech. Okay, now coming to international wise, if you want to study some, if you want to study some reputed universities outside of this country, then you need to write GRE or TOEFL. So based on the country, every country will have a different entrance examination. For USA, we are going to, the students after the BTech graduates, they are going to write GRE and TOEFL. For Australia, they are going to write it as an IELTS. Okay, IELTS is another entrance examination where you can able to admit in MS. We are going to call, if you are studying the higher education in international, that is MS. MS is nothing but a Master of Science. You are going to study the Master of Science in universities where those are available outside of our country. That is abroad education. Okay, so this is in case of USA. In case of Australia, that will be IELTS. So this is actually if you want to study. If you have chosen higher education and if you have chosen engineering related, then you are going to do here MTech and you are going to do here MS. Okay, so these are the three important steps if you have chosen engineering as the next step. Now coming to the next one, if you have chosen MBA for an higher education, if you have chosen MBA, state-wise you need to clear the entrance of ICET. For national-wise, you need to clear the entrance of CAT. For international wise, you need to clear the entrance of GMAT. Okay, so based on this score, what you have gained, so you're going to get the business schools. Okay. Now coming to the research, some students are going to be very more interested regarding the research, because some students, some BTech graduates, while they are studying, they will get so many number of ideas. So they need to implement that ideas practically, and they want that idea to be get patented. Patented means no one should use that idea without his permission. That is called as a patent. So some students will have, they are going to do that one. So that is called as a research. Okay, that is an other step of higher education, that is called as a research. So this is actually a research where we have a JRF. JRF is nothing but a junior research fellow, and this JRF, if you want to clear this JRF, means you need to clear this. If you want to get admitted as a JRF in IITs or NITs, means you need to clear this NET, National Eligibility Test. So CSIR NET, some companies also, few Navratna or Maharatna companies are also going to recruit JRF based on their own process, that is own recruitment process. Okay, so there will be a separate procedure depending on the company. So these are the 3 steps: engineering, MBA, as well as the research. Now, this is actually the 3 important steps, and also those substeps which we have discussed in higher education. Now let us move to the next step. What is the next step after the higher education? If you don't have interest on higher education, if you want to do a job. So first of all, when we are trying to pick a job, first we are going to try for government job. So coming to the government, we have two governments. Either we can able to try for a central government job. We can also able to try for a state government job. So let us see about that. See here, we have state or central government sector jobs. So we are going to call it as a PSUs. PSUs nothing but public sector units, which they are going to work for the public. So I have divided this as a central government jobs, and this is a state government jobs. Okay. First of all, we'll discuss about central government jobs. Usually in India, we have Maharatna companies, Navratna companies, and Mini Ratna companies. So based on the performance of the company, this list of companies will be varied. So sometimes the NTPC may be maybe sometimes Maharatna, maybe sometimes Navratna, based on the performance of the company. So coming to this one, so if they want to recruit, that is, if they want to recruit some graduates as a supervisor trainee or any job position, they are going to see the GATE score. So this GATE score, what you have seen, it is also not going to helpful for the higher education, that is to admit into MTech, but it is also going to helpful to recruit in the topmost companies. So see here, based on the GATE score, the BHEL, NTPC, IOCL, these are the some companies, okay, some Maharatna or Navratna companies. So they are going to recruit based on this GATE score. If you have a very high GATE score come out of 1,000, then they are going to call you directly for an interview. Then they are going to select after completion of the procedure. So then you can able to get the job based on the GATE, and no need to. My opinion, if you have got a job, you can able to do the MTech as a part time, or you can able to continuously do this job. Okay, if you see the right hand side image, the first image, if you see, these are the few companies. I have kept the logos of the companies because you should also have knowledge either this company belongs to electrical or electronics or ECE. So for that reason, I have kept logos. These all are the few companies which are under the Maharatna and Navratna companies. See, only the Maharatna and Navratna companies will recruit based on GATE score, but few Mini Ratna companies will not recruit based on the GATE score. They are going to recruit their own recruitment policy. There will be having a separate recruitment policy, and they are going to recruit based on that one only. Okay, so this is about the private, the central government companies. Coming to the jobs which it is already which it is there from UPSC, that is nothing but so every state will have a public service commission, but complete India will have one public service commission called as UPSC, that is Union Public Service Commission. So it is going to conduct so many number of exams. So either it is a groups or if you see here, we have an Indian Engineering Service. After completion of your engineering, if you want to do just like IAS, if you want to do means, if you want to complete means, you can able to complete the IAS, that is actually Indian Engineering Service. So if you have completed this Indian Engineering Service, you will get job in so many number of central companies. Okay, so and if you have not interested in an Indian Engineering Service, if you have interest from the starting of BTech itself, if you have interest from IAS or IPS, you're also eligible for that one. Okay, so UPS every year UPS is going to release one calendar. In that calendar, they are going to give you the notification date. That is when they are going to give the notification. If you are following that UPSC calendar, then you can able to study well, and you can complete this IES. You can target this IES or IES or IPS. Okay, so this is another way of getting central government job. So we also have another way, that is nothing but an banking sector. So banking sector will conduct IBPS. This is actually so based on the positions. If it is a probational officers or any job position in the banking, which it is going to done by this IBPS. Okay, so this is also one type of entrance examination to get recruited. And if you get recruited, then you can able to, if you see here, then you can able to get one good job position in so many number of companies, banks. If you see here, we have ICICI, Union Bank. So many number of banks, you will in that so many number of banks you will be get recruited. Okay, so this is about the banking sector. Now coming to another central government job, that is the railway sector. So if the railway sector, if they want to recruit anything, they are going to do the recruit using through RRB. RRB is called as Railway Recruitment Board. So this board will help the railway system, railways, to get the recruited persons. They are going to filter the persons, they are going to recruit the persons based on that eligibility and the percentage and also the entrance examination. So RRB is the board, but RRB is going to conduct so many number of examinations. It is also going to release the calendars for every year. So based on that one, you can able to apply and you can able to prepare. So for every examination, there will be a syllabus. That syllabus will, whatever you have studied in academics, 50 to 60% of academic syllabus is going to match with all the syllabuses. So I can able to give and assure that 50 to 60% of syllabus is going to match with all the central government jobs, all the entrance examinations for this central government companies. So what about other 40%? The other 40% you need to learn. So which I have already told what are the skills you need to develop during the courses. That one, sorry. So you should also, if you have a target while entering in the BTech itself, so you need to collect the syllabuses and you need to learn the syllabus which it is not there in your BTech EEE. Because not only in the BTech EEE, if it is any other branch also, the syllabus they are going to give in this entrance examinations will be only 60 to 70%. The other 30 to 40% they should need to prepare. Okay. Yeah. So this is about the central government based Maharatna, Navaratna, and Miniratna companies, and these are the UPSC exams, banking sectors, and the railways. Yeah. So now coming to the state government jobs. So in the state government jobs, usually we have two jobs. We can able to divide into two sections. One is a core, and another one is others. That is other than core job. So coming to the course, we have every state will have its generation. At least one generating station will be there in every state. Okay. So depending on the type of the state and the geographical conditions of the state. Okay. So generation will be there, transmission will be there, distribution will be there. So if it is a generation, then if this is actually AP Genco and TS Genco, depending on the type of a state. Okay. TS Genco means Telangana State Generation Corporation Limited, Andhra Pradesh Generation Corporation Limited. That is, so they are going to recruit the assistant engineers or sub-engineers to work in these generation companies. Okay, to work in these generation companies, they are going to recruit that one. Next, Transco. Transco is nothing but after completion of generation, we need to transmit the power. Okay, so that power is which it could able to get transmitted by using Transco. So in Telangana, it is a TS Transco. In AP, it is a AP Transco. So coming to the DISCOMs, after the transmission completed, we should also make it as a distribution to the home, up to the home terminals. That will be done by this TS DISCOMs. So these three companies, DISCOMs indicates nothing but distribution companies. So distribution companies. Okay. So these three are nothing but which it depends on the generation, power transmission, and power distribution sectors. So they are going to recruit they are going to recruit the assistant engineers. They are going to recruit the job position like sub engineers. Okay, after completion of your BTech, because inter they are going to write, they can also attend the sub engineers as well as assistant engineers also. Now this is about the core jobs. Coming to others, so I have already mentioned about that we also have a service, public service commission for every state. Similarly, for the Telangana as well as Andhra Pradesh also have a public service commission. So based on the public service commission, they are also going to release the calendars. So based on that one, based on the notifications, if you for every notification, the BTech triple is an eligible one. So you can also, if you have a target from Inter itself that you need to be in groups or you need to be in some state government job other than this core means, you could able to try this one very hardly. That is Public Service Commission, and these groups will also come under this Public Service Commission. Okay, so these are nothing but state government jobs. So this is about the central government jobs. This is about the state government jobs. So my suggestion is, whenever you are getting into the BTech, whenever you are getting into the BTech Triple E branch, at the first year itself, you keep one target that after completion of the BTech, what you need to do. Okay, so please don't be in a rest condition. So don't make your mind into a rest condition. So if you think at that point, so that you can able to choose any one of the target. If you're choosing any one of the target, for example, if you have chosen as a AP Transco or TS Transco, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to collect the syllabus of that one. I'm going to prepare other than the academics. So whenever you're doing that one and whenever you're attempting all this one, all the examinations while doing the course itself, before completion of your BTech Triple itself, you're going to get the job. Because anyway, these UPSC is going to release the calendar every year. Okay, all the companies are also going to recruit based on GATE score also every year. So every year this recruitment is going on, but everyone will feel that there are no jobs. No, that is not a point. We have so many number of jobs, but the thing is, the skilled person is not getting matched to the job. That is the main problem. If you have covered that one, if you have make your skills if you are improving your skills while doing in the BTech, while doing BTech itself, during the course itself, then you will be perfectly matched to the companies. Okay. Now this is about the government jobs. Let us go to the private sector jobs. So, which I have already told is based on own recruitment, because they are not going to conduct any separate entrance examinations, and they will have some own recruitment policy. So these are the General Electrics. Just I have kept right side also few logos of the private electric companies. Okay, these are actually the leading companies. Okay, so if you see here, Schneider Electric, HBL Power Systems also one private electric company, Siemens, ABB, L&T. I think you already know L&T, Bajaj Electricals, Reliance Power, Tata Power. These all are the topmost and leading private electrical companies in the India. Okay, so they are ready to recruit anyone, but their recruitment policy will be different. You need to match the skills. Okay? Yeah. So when you're discussing about the private job, but to be fact, you should not feel anything uncomfortable or anything inconsistent regarding the private job, because if you compare with the government job, private job is not at all. You could not able to make it as a very bad, because if you see here the highest salaries which it is going to pay is nothing but in the private company itself. If you see here, General Electric average pay is 1 lakh per month. If you see here, average pay is 12 lakhs. Average pay, it is not for one person. It is an average pay is 1 lakh per one person. That means if you see the highest salaries, very high salaries for electrical engineers. Not only in government, it is very high salaries also in private field. You see, including high salaries in ABB India, L&T, and also the Micron Electricals, Torrent Power, Siemens. We have very good salaries. Okay, so based on your experience, if the level of experience is increasing, then your salary will also increase. Anyway, if you're talking, why am I talking about the salaries? Means you may compare. At last, you're going to compare the salaries. If you, when you are going to compare with the salaries, you are not in a very back step compared to the salaries of the government jobs. Not at all. You are in a very good position if you are doing the job in some leading companies. If you see here, so if you have less than 1 year of experience, then you're going to have a yearly of 2,93,000, right? So at 1 to 4 years, it is not, it is approximately stable, but after 4 years, that is, you see, that whenever your experience is increasing, the salary is going to get boosted from here. See, it is increasing. Okay, so you should not think any bad, any negative about private job, because so much of electrical private companies are in a very good position compared to the government companies. Okay, so you should have a very good choice if you are selecting the private. If you are selecting one company or any one of these companies which I have listed, then you need to keep a target. You need to search for the reference, or you need to search for how they are going to recruit. What is actually the recruitment procedure for that listed for that companies, okay, for these companies, and if they are recruitment, what are the skills they are going to seek. If you are searching like this while doing the BTech course itself, then you're going to get recruitment in this very good companies. Now coming to the entrepreneur. For example, if you have not chosen higher education, if you have not chosen the government job, if you have not chosen the private job, so that means you need to start a company. You need to own one company. If you are starting one company, then you have so many number of companies, that is private companies. That is, you can be an entrepreneur based on the electrical manufacturing. You can also be an entrepreneur based on the sales and hardware sales and services. Okay, sorry, based on the panel board designing and installation, based on the solar panels and windmill industries. See, this is actually very interesting industry, because when nowadays, if they are starting any startup or if they're starting any company, means that company mostly will be related to the solar or wind. Okay, if you compare solar or wind, mostly the solar. Okay, so they are going to start companies. I have in the down. So see here, this is an image where they are going to generate the solar power. These all are the private companies. They are entrepreneurs. Canadian Solar, Vikram Solar, Adani Powers, uh, Sungrow, Polycap, okay, ABB, Jever Solar. These all are the solar companies. Okay, so if you want to start a company, you have so many number of options. You have so many number of steps, or you have so many number of options, which I see here. If you zoom here, see, this is actually General Electrics. So where they have uh, designed this windmill. Okay, so that means you could not able to think, you should not able to think that we are doing in a, no, not at all. If you have if you have a real knowledge, if you are learning your course very perfectly, other than academics, if you are gaining some skills, then all the companies will welcome you. Okay, so this is about the entrepreneur. Not only this one, you can able to start a company based upon your new idea also. Okay, based upon your new idea also, you can able to start a company. If it is, if that company is getting so much of, the company is showing so much of benefits, then automatically that company will get picked up. Okay, so now these are the different career opportunities. These are coming to higher education. Yeah, central government higher education, central government or state government jobs, private sector jobs, being an entrepreneur. So you need to choose the right path. If you're choosing one path, you should be perfectly in that path only. Please don't make, if you may make, you are in a confusion while taking the path itself. You should be in a confusion while taking the path, but after selecting a path, you should not be in a confusion, because it is not possible for you to get back to the again the Y junction. Okay, that will be again a time waste policy. So for that reason, so while studying BTech itself, you should need to have, because you have completed your inter. So if you have completed your inter, and if you have done, if you are in the session, means that means you have completed your MPC. You have completed your inter through MPC. So now itself, we need to keep one target. You need to keep one aim that which path you need to choose after the completion of BTech Triple. So based on that one only, you need to start your work, your background work while doing the academics itself. So this is about the different career opportunities, but how the Guru Nanak institutions will help us or guide you regarding to achieve your very good path. That is, if you have selected any one of the path, you should be very perfect. That perfectly you should need to go on in that path. Okay, so that GNA institutions will help us regarding that one. So because the main thing is you need to avail the facilities. Whoever have studied in Guru Nanak institutions, whoever have completed their graduates in Guru Nanak institutions, and if they have used, if they have availed the facilities, whatever there in the Guru Nanak institutions, then that will help sure they are in the very better position. Okay, so digital library, if they are Wi-Fi campus, in the library there are so many international and national magazines, journals over there. You need to go through that one, because those journals will help us what is actually going in the private sector, that is in the solar or in the wind companies or in central or state companies, Maharatna. So so many number of articles will be there. In that article, some few reputed persons or reputed doctorates are going to discuss about one concept, a few different concepts. You need to go through that one, then only you will have that knowledge. Okay, so well qualified faculty who are actually pursuing the PhD or have completed the PhD are going to teach you. So wherever if you have a doubt or regarding that one, the faculty is going to clear you. So we have an advanced electrical software just like MATLAB. So these softwares will help you regarding if you want to apply something. For example, if you have learned theoretically, okay, after completion of theoretical, if you want to apply it in a practically, that can be able to possible only using electrical software. So those softwares we have, and we are going to conduct the pre-placement training semester wise. Every semester we are going to conduct the pre-placement training. That pre-placement training, I have told you, I have mentioned you in the before that we have the skills what you need to learn during the course, but we also have also need to learn few skills. Those skills will be we can able to learn by using pre-placement training, that is soft skills or communication skills or general aptitude skills. Okay, so these skills will be help you. So these skills will be help you to present perfectly, because if you have a full of theoretical knowledge, if you have so much of basic knowledge regarding your branch, but you could not able to present well, means that is not a good outcome. If when you can able to present, when if you have a skill, if you have a good communication skill, then if you have a good presentation skill, then you can able to present very well. So therefore that will be a better outcome for that one, so that whatever the points you have thought, that can be able to present to that person very good. So now coming to the, so every semester there will be a guest lectures as well as expert lectures, where we are going to call from industries as well as the reputed PhD holders also. So you can interact with those industrial persons as well as doctorates, so that they are going to give you some interesting tips regarding whatever, if you have some aim with respect to that aim, how the path should need to be chosen also, that can be helpful if you are interacting with this industrialists as well as doctorates. And not just studying in this classroom, you could also able to learn in the industrial visit. That is, whatever you have studied, you could also able to visit. We are also going to provide you the industrial visit yearly, so that you could also have the practical knowledge, and you can see the generation companies, transmission companies, how the companies will look like, and how the machines or transmission lines or distribution lines, how they are going to do inside work. So that will be able to get visited every yearly. We are going to call it as an industrial visits. And there will be also, if you want to choose, if you are choosing some gate preparation, if you want to do some higher education outside, we are also GNA also providing some trips, that is either USA trip or Australia trip, so that if you are using the trip facilities also, you can able to go to that countries, and you can able to see what is actually the educational procedure in those respective countries. And we are conducting some mock entrance examination, not only the placements, not only placement companies, but other than placements also, we have sometimes also run this mock gate entrance examinations, and we have run the gate classes depending upon the students' interest. If students are demanding or requesting that we need some gate classes, can you able to provide the gate classes, means we are ready to provide the gate classes. And sometimes we have provided the gate classes, and we have conducted few entrance examinations also. So these are nothing but just mock, so that they will get a clear idea. Now coming to industrial internships. So as a part of curriculum, okay, so every student, every BTech graduate should need to have one internship, or at least 1 to 2 internships. We are going to call it as an industrial internships, where you need to go to the industry and you need to do their internship and you need to bring the certificate. So that means you will have that experience. You're going to gain that experience in the industry. That is, you're working in the industry for a few months and you will get that certificate. That is called as an industrial internship. If you do that one, you will get a knowledge regarding the industries, how the industries are going to work and what is actually their procedure. Okay. And coming to the placements, we have so many number of software companies, also few number of core companies also there. So which they have visited to our Guru Nanak institutions, and they have also recruited so many number of students here. So as I have already told, EEE's department is not only for core. I have already told you, our job profile is going to match, sorry, excuse me, EEE department is going to match in every job profile. So that means as a software engineer, he can able to do every department. It can able to relate to any other department. So for that reason, we also have placements from software. If you are a BTech EEE graduate person, graduate student, if you want to acquire the job from as a software engineer also, you can able to do, because Tata Consultancy, TCS is one leading software company, but it also have a Tata Power. That means they are also going to recruit some electrical engineers to run their Tata Power company. Okay. See, don't consider TCS is only a software company. We also have a Tata Power as an electrical company. So for that reason, there will be huge recruitment, or on or off campus will be always gone through this Guru Nanak institutions, in this Guru Nanak institutions. And also we have well academic planning, which this so that every student should not feel any burden. So that will be perfectly planned by internal quality assurance set, that is IQAC. And our Guru Nanak institution is a NBA NAC A+ grade institute. Okay. So these are the, so I have told you only the few things regarding the Guru Nanak institutions, which they will guide you for your better career. Okay. So we have so many number of other points also should need to discuss in regarding this point, regarding this main headline. But depending upon the time running out, so we are going to stop here itself. So this is actually the discussion regarding the different career opportunities. So if you have any queries, you are always welcome to ask. So it's my privilege to answer you.
Okay, Sriram. Hello? Sriram.
Sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Bye, Jappa.